Happy New Year, everyone. It's been a while, quite a while, and 2021 is going to be the year I want to post more on YouTube. And I want to post 52 videos on YouTube by the end of the year, so that's one video every week. And since this is Friday and it's the first, I thought this would be a good time to start. So, the trick I'm going to teach you guys is called 21 Guns, and how this trick works is there's no sleight of hand, there's no nothing, you don't have to do anything, it's all self-doing, it's all based on math. And I learned this trick when I was very young. I was around like 4 when I learned this from my grandpa, and I perform this trick as like a filler or sometimes an opener if I'm trying to get like into like building up suspense for like a really good trick. And that's really it. There's 2 parts of this trick. I usually do the full thing because the effect just gets so much more like better, I guess you could say. And I'll teach you guys how to do this, and it's very simple. All you need is 3 rows of 7. That's why they call it, I sometimes call this trick anyway, the 3 rows of 7 trick, because 3 rows of 7 makes sense. Now how this trick works is you'd lay down this scenario and you'd ask a spectator to choose a card. And it'd be like, for example, 10 of clubs. And you tell them to keep this card in their head. And this is what I do. I usually ask them, like, do you want to show everyone what this card is? And I'll like look away, or do you want to be the only one to know what this card is? And depending on their answer, I'll change the scenario. Like if they say, I want everyone else to know, well, I look away, they point to the card, and we come back and we do the trick. But if they only want their self to know what the card is, then we just carry on. So for this scenario, let's say my spectator only wants to know, like that's the only person that wants to know the card. And their card is the 10 of clubs. But we don't know that. So I ask my spectator, what row is your card in? I say row 1 is this one. 2, 3. Now, they would be like, it's in row 3. So I'm like, okay. So that doesn't really narrow down my options, but I know it's in this row. So what you do is you take one of these 2 piles. It doesn't matter which one. You gather it up like this, and you place it here. It's very important that their row goes in the middle, or else this trick will not work. So you gather it up like this, and like that. And then what you do is you flip the pack over and you lay down the cards again, going across like your table or whatever. Now these aren't going to be straight in any way because my desk is very slippery. So you're just going to lay them down just like this. Now if you do it right, you'll just end up having your rows all go back like that. Now what I usually ask my spectators, I ask them, which row is your card in? Now, this is row 1, 2, and 3. Now, if their card is the 10 of clubs again, they'd say row 2. Now, I usually do this 3 times depending where their card is. So, you'd grab any one of these 2 piles, whatever one they don't say, and you take their row or pile, and you put it in the middle. It has to be in the middle again. And you go like that. And then you lay down the cards again. So we got 1. Jeez, my desk is really slippery. Lay them down. Now, the way this trick works is, like I said kind of in the beginning, it's based off math. Their card will always be the 11th card no matter what. It's right here. So if you count, there's 3, 6, 9, 10 is the 5 of spades, and 11 is their card. Their card has to be in the 11th position. Now, but after you do this about 3 times, you can about pick out where their card is. Their card after 3 times will be here. Now, you could end the trick here and be like, I know exactly what your card is. And they'll be like, what? And you'd be like, it's a 10 of clubs. Now that is a way you can end this trick. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a little, in my personal opinion, bland. You could build up more suspense. So what I usually do is I ask them, which row is your card in? And if they say 2, well, I know exactly how I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this row. I'm going to take any of the rows they don't say, make sure their card goes in the middle, and then put this on top. And then I flip the deck over. And this is the part that confuses most people. I decide to make 4 pinwheels, like this, made out of 4 cards. And it's very important that you remember what your third pinwheel orientation is. Because if you go off math, their card will be the 11th card, right? So if this is 4, 8, 10, 8, 9, 10, you gotta remember where you place the 11th card, or else this trick will not work. And then after that, you can just place this whatever. I just keep going in the same order because it just makes sense. After that, you're left with 5 cards. And at this point, I just say like the probability of your card being here is like blah, blah, blah. It's just like, there's a chance, it might not be. And so I just throw this into the deck. I like cut it, and I throw their card back, that like pack of cards into the deck, and it like builds up suspense. I could have completely screwed up the trick. Obviously I didn't, because I know exactly where their card is. It's right here. Now this is the part where they make options. This is the second part of this trick, and they so-called have free will of doing whatever they want. So you need to keep this pile no matter what. So if your spectator says, I want this pile, what you would say to your spectator actually first is you'd say, pick 2 piles. So if they say, I want this one and this one, well, that you want to keep this one, so you would take these 2 away. But let's say they said, I want this one and this one. Well, now you want to keep this one and you want to keep this one, because you need this one and you need this one then. So you take these 2 away. Does that kind of make sense? You want to take the piles away as long... If your spectator chooses the pile with their card in it, and any other pile, take away the other 2 they didn't choose. Now, if your spectator chose the 2 piles that your card isn't in, take those away. Does that make more sense now? So let's just say scenario, they choose this one and this one. Okay, this pile has their card in it. This one doesn't though. But they chose a pile with their card in it. So we're gonna take the pile away that doesn't have their card. So now that leaves 2 piles. Now you would say, choose a pile, just one. And let's say they choose this one, well then you'd keep this pile and take that one away. But if they chose that one, you take that one away so you can keep this one. So let's just say, for sake of this trick, they choose this one, okay? Well, now you're gonna take this one away, and you say, now we're left with 1 pile, but we're left with 4 cards. And you say, choose 2 cards. Now, if they choose this one, because this is their card, it's a 10 of clubs. If they choose this one and this one, you keep them. But if they choose their card and a random card, keep it. If they choose 2 random cards, get rid of them. So it doesn't matter which ones. They could choose these 2 or those 2 or like whatever. But let's say they choose these 2. This is their card, so we take these 2 away. The card just fell off my desk. Oh well. Now you gotta remember which one was in which place. So it was like this, and I moved it like this. This card is the 10 of clubs. So what you would do is you say, choose 1 card. You got a 50-50 chance, right? If they choose this one, get rid of it. If they choose their card, you get rid of this one anyway. So it's just a play in their head. They think they're making all the decisions. In reality, they're not. You're just making them think they are. So if they choose this one, well, you get rid of it and look, boom, their card. And if they choose this one, well, if they choose this one, you get rid of it and look, boom, their card. So it's really nothing magical. So like you get rid of this one, and then I usually hold the card and like, what was your card? Making it look like I can't do any sleight of hand, which you can't really right now. And then they would be like, it's the 10 of clubs, and you flip it over and everyone goes crazy because they're like, whoa, it's 10 of clubs, like how did that work? So it's really a very simple trick, and it's all in the mind. There was no sleight of hand in this. There was just a little bit of, trying to remember where their card was, and that's really it. That's 21 guns. That's all I gotta say. It's very simple, very effective trick if you perform this on somebody. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up button if you like. I can't force you to do anything. Have a lovely 2021, and yeah, peace.